Hello there.
You
Hey,
did
Bunny.
opening crawl. You just ran the countdown. I worked on the opening crawl, dude.
Well, you should have told me which one was which.
Okay. Well, let me run it.
Sorry.
There.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I did the edit. I had the brown mountain lights in there. I took the aliens out, put them in. I did all that work, and you're just going to zoom right by it. So, goodness gracious. Anyway. That's okay. Well, James is also using my channel to launch Magnificent Bastards too. He told me it was just on Good Stuff channel, and I'm simulcasting. Unfortunately, he told me it was just going to be an hour, and evidently they're going to do one of their usual marathons.
Goody.
So he's like, "Well, if we're still going after you get off, then come on back." And I'm like, well, this is not exactly what I agreed to, but okay. So
there you go.
I'm sure people are watching my my channel. Oh, Papa Cotton. Okay, Papa Cotton's here.
Yeah, Papa Cotton in the chat. Hey,
yeah.
Speaking of in the chat, it's possible that the Time Prophet might show up.
Oh, really?
He's modding on another channel. He was modding on another channel last hour, and he told me in a message that if they finished fairly soon, he'd just jump in the chat. So,
hey, B Dog, what's up, dude?
B Dog in the chat.
Well, we haven't been tortured from Time Prophet in a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a little while. Yeah. Well, so as usual, you probably haven't done any research, correct?
Oh, I don't know. Just that guy from the USGS, Mansfield.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the clip that I already uploaded from last week?
No.
No? Oh,
no.
okay. All right. Okay. Well, today we're going to talk about the most stable parapsychology, parapsychological, what is it called? Parapsychology, psychological, supernatural. We'll just say supernatural. Paranormal. That's it. But it's one of the most stable phenomenon on the planet. Okay. There might be 2 or 3 other ones that are this stable, but it's pretty much now most paranormal, phenomenon. They have people like that see it, but not in mass groups, and they don't. It's like a rare sighting, and there's always just like one person's word, and very rarely do you see like mass groups see it, or some way to be definitive about it. Are you munching? Seriously?
No.
Yeah, you're eating. Okay. All right. No problem.
Doritos late night loaded taco flavored chips.
Okay. All right. Okay. Man, you co-host the show with an animal. What do you get? Right?
Animal.
Anyway. Okay. So this particular phenomenon dates there's stories that go all the way back to the Catawba and the Cherokee Indians. The Catawba Indians, I don't know that they currently exist, but our whole entire valley's named for them. Okay, and but there's also like sightings during the Civil War uh, that have been documented. Also, multiple colleges, multiple scientists have come out. Oddly enough, every time the government sent somebody out to investigate, they always came back with a conclusion, but nobody else has had a conclusion. The government, everybody that's come out from the government has been, said, oh, one of was train lamps.
Yeah, it
Like
was
the earliest one was
George Mansfield. They sent him out with the USGS, and he had some
right.
special telescope called a Alidade
Yeah.
telescope, and
Uh,
yeah, supposedly it proved that the lights were from trains or car
yeah.
headlights or some brush fires or something like that. Something that they could explain away.
Well, the thing about it is though is the misnomer is that the only way that would work is if you started at where the phenomenon happens and then cite the source of it. But he never did that.
Right.
Basically, there's this motel that existed, I think, up to about the 1960s, sometime when it burnt down mysteriously. But everybody that came out, like from the government to discover the source of the light, wound up staying at this motel, on the government dime. And evidently it was a very nice resort kind of style motel. So basically they were just there for vacation, and then they're like, oh, okay, well, I
Oh,
guess I
yeah.
can investigate this thing. Uh, but they always came back with like, oh, it's a light source that's being reflected or refracted, and it's easily like explained away. There's swamp gas was one of the people, one of their phenomenon or theories, basically. Uh,
Right.
they also did one of the prevailing theories was some kind of radioactivity. Okay.
Ah.
Even though a Geiger counter has been used all over that mountain and no one's ever got so much as a tick. And
Oh, good.
there should be something because radium has been mined in those hills. So that was a theory. Radium had something to do with the radium. But I think that's further down the Blue Ridge, where that was mined. So that's not really a very good example or very good explanation either. So,
Yeah. Right.
uh, and there's been like I think refraction, the moon refraction from the moon off of a sort and like a secondary source. Um, because they're like, oh, it only happens on moons, but then locals are like, no, I've seen it new moon, where there's absolutely no moon whatsoever.
Well, there was also a situation where there was a guy that came out prior to Mansfield,
Uh-huh.
because Mansfield came out, I think, in 1922. But
Yeah.
there was, but the sightings of the lights were started to be documented like in 1910. So someone came out between 1910 and 1922, and I forget the guy's name.
Uh-huh.
And so he said the same thing. Oh yeah, it's just it's train
Hmm.
lights or
Right.
fires or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, lo and behold, okay, so Mansfield comes out in 22 and brings this special telescope and says,
Hmm.
"Oh yeah, it's just car lights and train lights and fires."
Right. Yeah.
I think it was later that year or the following year there was a massive flood
Yeah.
that pretty much stopped all train transport for a while, for
Yeah.
several months, maybe longer.
It was almost a year.
And guess what? Those lights came back.
Lights
So
came
it
back.
sure as shit wasn't no train.
Yep. But when somebody took that information to the government and said, "Well, this his explanation's impossible,"
Yeah.
because the phenomenon that he was like citing in his paper or in his explanation could not be possibly be what happened,
Right.
and basically were like, "Oh, well, we've already spent the money," and that was the conclusion that came back, and so that's the
Yeah.
official government stance.
Yeah.
So,
Apparently, the government came out 3 times to investigate
yep,
this
yep.
phenomenon.
And all 3 times I came to some conclusion, and that became the official word.
Right.
And oddly enough, they never sent a team out. It was always like one lone person who came out and stayed on the government dime for about a week, and then came up with a conclusion, and that became the new official, you know, uh, government explanation. And the thing about it is every time, almost immediately after they published their results, they were debunked almost immediately, because it only took like 2 minutes of research to figure out that the what they've cited. I think the last guy was like the lights from Lenore, the city, beyond where the lights are.
Mm-hmm.
But well, like those where the light source came from.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is Lenore is way further away than where the lights are. The lights actually mostly hover around something called Wiseman's View and
Yeah.
Table Rock. Okay, Table
Mm-hmm.
Rock is actually one of the greatest looking rock formations. It's on the Burr County Seal, and it's just a really cool like rock plateau. Um, and it's like iconic in North Carolina. But
Mm-hmm.
you'll see it in the foreground, and you'll see the lights just beyond that. The lights around something called Wiseman's View.
Mm.
Ironically, the Wisemans are cousins of mine. So
Look at you, grifting.
what? How's that a grift?
I'm
How's that a grift?
just giving you crap. No,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. Now, are they active cousins or just like fifth, sixth, seventh cousins or something like that?
They're pretty close. I think they're about second cousins. I
Oh,
think.
yeah, there you go.
Um,
All right,
but
cool.
my grandmother was a barrier, and the barriers come from Jonas Ridge, and that's where some of the Wisemans are. And
Gotcha.
evidently, the families intermarried, not only with each other but with family. But anyway, that's a long. The mountain,
Bunny,
mountain.
Bunny. I
mountain
got some stories for you, buddy, in the backstage.
Well, I have this beloved aunt and uncle that my father, they were like grandparents to him. Okay, his mother died when he was like second 2-year old or
Right.
something like that, and they were pretty much like another set of grandparents for him. And he went up there and stayed with them and all this stuff while my grandfather grieved, i.e., was too lazy to take care of a child. But but basically I found out like late in life, like in high school, I talked to one of my cousins and she was like, oh yeah, they're first cousins. What? my beloved, aunt and uncle or first cousins? What?
What?
And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm a, what was like a stereotype. I'm a freaking stereotype.
Like I said, Bunny, I got some stories to tell you only in the backstage.
All right. Okay.
uh,
Yeah. Okay. Well, oh, all right. We got our first clip. The first clip's about.
Sweet.
We got 2 clips that are about 10 minutes long. What we're going to do is we're going to do the first clip, and this is of a local supernatural investigatory group that I forgot their names. Oh my gosh, I forgot their names. But anyway, they'll probably tell you. But they did a 30-minute video, but I've got 2 10-minute clips out of it. But they're going to set it up their investigation, tell you some of the theories, and you're gonna start seeing them. The night that they went, they got really lucky because the lights were active that night. So you're gonna see the actual phenomenon. Okay, now most of the time when there's a phenomenon, there's like this grainy video or this distant thing or smudge or you're not really sure what you're seeing, or a photo or something like that. But the weird thing about the Brown Mountain Lights is there's actual footage. Okay,
Yeah.
this is actual footage. It's not
There's
faked.
there's also some night vision footage too, which is
Yeah.
really crazy because
Mhm.
the color, all the lights in the background, they're that yellow or yellow
Yeah.
green color.
Right.
Well, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this blue light shows up
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
night vision.
On night vision, where
Yeah,
everything
on
is
night,
like
and it's
bleached out.
moving around. It's like
Yeah.
dancing up, down, sideways, back, forth, and so
Right.
it's moving.
Which
And
a visual artifact or refracted light it's not going to do.
yeah, a reflective.
It,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
crazy.
Alrighty.
All that
So
footage.
batten down the hatches. Here we go. You can crunch your chips now. Well,
Okay, thank you. I
just mute
appreciate
it.
that.
Just mute it. So, okay. All right. Alrighty, CNC folks. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Dan Caton. I'm an astronomer and astrophysicist at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina. And
Actually, that's the wrong video. This is the right video. All right. This is the right video, I promise.
What?
All right, here you go.
Hi, everyone floating above the mountain.
This is crazy.
They're rising in the air. This is wild.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't expect anything like this at all.
It's moving. Oh my God, it's moving.
This is almost like UFO type.
Yeah.
In the winter of early 2023, we traveled to North Carolina to investigate a centuries-old phenomenon that has been a mystery to all who have witnessed it, the Brown Mountain Lights. While there have been many attempts to scientifically explain these anomalous lights that haunt these mountains, no definitive answer has ever been put forward, and no attempted explanation could have prepared us for the footage we would capture that night. After taking a long, unpaved back road to our vantage point, we realized we had enough cell signal to live stream the investigation to our subscribers. The following is the edited for time version of that investigation. The full uncut live stream is available at the links below.
Those are city lights.
Oh wow. Oh wow. This is great. This is perfect for this.
Yeah.
I want to go down to the platform.
I'm getting that pro now, man.
Oh my God, we've got one. We've got a Brown Mountain Light.
Yeah.
Look at that. How cool is that?
Yeah.
We've got one.
Yep.
Holy moly.
I'm gonna live stream you here. Give me the headlamp and your phone, and we'll live stream you, and you can.
Whoa, 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 I've got another one. Oh my God. Oh my God. This one's huge. This one's huge.
All right, we're live. Go ahead and say what we're doing.
Okay, so guys, I just wanted to tell you guys we are live from looking at the Brown Mountain Lights. We took a little trip today and we are up here at an overlook. We are looking over the Brown Mountain Ridge and Brown Mountain, and I'm using the Psionics, and right now I'm actually catching the Brown Mountain Lights on the Psionics. This is the perfect camera.
Let me see if I can pick it up with. I don't think I'm gonna be able to pick it up with your. Hold on, I'm going to white light.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's impossible to see with this.
Yep, and we're on a high cliff right now. I gotta ditch the gloves too. Guys, it is so cold out here. My hands are frozen. And we are attempting to get down here and check this out. So let's roll down here. Not fall.
Whoa.
Did you see one?
No, I'm talking about how we're just jutting off into space right now.
Yeah, I know. Just
This
be
is a
careful.
little much, so.
All right, the one we saw before is gone.
This is just a drop off, a sheer drop off.
All right, well, we got those two. There was one that popped up right over there.
All right, now
I got one.
the light you see flashing right there is
I got one down here in the
a few miles away.
down here in the valley. I just got another one.
We're catching these in the gorge where they're supposed to be happening.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's a full moon. Look at the contrail going across the moon.
Can I get that?
Can you
I
get it?
can't get it, no.
All right. That's weird.
Yeah, it's a little
Are
difficult.
you keep picking it up?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
There you go. All right, we're just scanning around here.
All right, so there's nobody down there. There's
No,
way to get
no.
down there. There's no nothing down there. And even if it was down there, they're not moving through the woods as quickly.
Nope.
Hey, slow down. Go slow through here. This is just sheer rock we're going through right now.
I gotta get my gloves on. My hands are not moving.
Guys, we weren't planning on live streaming.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd even get a signal out here because it's way out here, and we've not had a signal driving through the mountains all day. But I guess we just got enough to get a little bit of this. I'm gonna turn my light off. Pop over here.
The lights you see
In the-
dead center of the screen are not Brown Mountain lights. Those are the city in the distance. So if you see that,
Got one.
you got one? Okay.
Recording. I got one. It's very. This thing is perfect for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got one right here. Wow. All right.
All right, I'm gonna try the going up to the
Okay.
Camera again. And it is so cold. We are freezing out here. So right now we're just scanning the mountains and the ridges over here, looking for what is known as the Brown Mountain Lights.
I'm gonna try to shoot a beam down into the gorge.
Okay.
See if we can get a.
Wow, that flashlight's insane.
Yeah.
That looks crazy. Yeah, see if you could get like a response.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of legends that go along with the Brown Mountain Lights. There's a lot of people try to make explanations for what they are. There was a legend that there was a battle between the Cherokee and the Catawba through here, and that the lights are actually the spirits of the maidens wandering the mountains looking for their braves. In the early 1900s, they tried to explain them off as lights from a locomotive, but it turns out that the tracks that were in this area had washed out, so the lights still returned after there were absolutely no tracks in the area. Some people have said that they are a mix of gases that are being emitted and causing the lights, but nobody has really come up. Whoa! Did you just see that?
Yeah. What the hell was that?
I don't know. I have no idea what that was. Nobody really has an explanation for what causes them.
This is eerie as hell.
Yeah.
So if you guys are wondering what I'm using to do this, this is the Psionics Aurora Sport. It is a awesome little just night vision camera here.
Got one?
Got one.
All right. Can you take the phone up to it?
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God.
By town, so there's just nothing. That's, if you see those, don't think that those are the lights. What the lights we're catching are down in the gorge, and then along the unlit.
I've got one here, but you're not going to be able to see it even if I hold the thing up. There it goes. It's flashing. There it goes. Wow. You're not going to be able to see it. It's very faint. All right. I hope I got that. Yeah, I wish there wasn't that light pollution over there, but... What do you think they are, Joe?
And again, I've looked into everything from piezoelectric effect, earthquake lights, everything like that. Honestly, there's no rational explanation that makes sense yet. It might be a natural occurring phenomenon, but we've seen them and they've acted intelligently, where they chased each other around up and down around Lost Cove.
Yeah.
They followed us. I don't know. I don't know what they are.
Do you have your flashlight on you?
Yeah, but I can't get to it right now. What do you need?
I've got one on me. I don't know. I was gonna try to signal and see if something would happen. See if there's like a response.
Give it a shot. We do not have laser pointers.
Oh my God.
You got a good one?
I got one in the air floating.
What?
I have one floating above the mountain. Do you see it with your eyes? Do you see it with your eyes? It's red. And it's like reddish orange.
It's dipping down in the trees and then it's coming back up.
Oh, it's above the mountain.
Okay. Now, what you saw there at the end, that is what? No, it's not that either. All these things have been debunked. Oh, nope. This predates drones. It's not. No, it predates drones. It predates electric lights. There's reports of these things going back, pre-colonial days. And they all are consistently, they all say the same thing, that they're the same shape, the same colors, and they hover around the same area. And so all those things that you guys have been speculating, the headlights, the reflection of the moon, the refraction, all that's been gases, radiation, it's all been speculated, it's all been investigated, and it's all been debunked. And yes, Time Prophet's here. Yeah. Well, I don't expect you to believe it, believe anything, even if it walked up and kissed you on the lips. But that's why we love you, Time Prophet. But anyway, so I don't know if this is your show, dude, but it is what it is. If Wookie wasn't shoving it, food into his gob, maybe he'd have a comment.
Hey, I do have a comment.
Okay, go ahead.
These Doritos suck.
Yeah, and my co-host does too.
Hey, now.
Anyway. All right. Why do I bother? Big lightning bugs? No. Not lightning bugs. Laser pointer? No. It's not laser pointer. Indian spirits? Maybe. Blame campers? No, it's not campers. Unless campers are floating several hundred feet up in the air over Wiseman's View, which is a sheer drop. Okay. Wookie's got to eat. Yeah, well, he doesn't have to eat. I've got 1 hour. 1 hour of show.
1 hour.
1 hour I ask you to do a show with me. You can't keep shoving food in your mouth for 1 hour. Come on now. This is my time. This is our time here. This is Cryptids and Conspiracies.
I know.
Do I eat on your show? It's
and
noon.
You showed up late.
It's noon for me. I ate some pizza last time. Okay, all right, fair enough. And I didn't show up late. The countdown had just happened, and I came in right at the mic. Right.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
No, that is from 2023. You were here when they gave the time, okay? And it is not File 13 in the helicopter because it didn't crash, okay?
Yeah,
It didn't crash. All right, there you go.
No crashing.
All right. All right. Time Prophet is the helicopter. Okay. Well, anyway. No, it's from 2023, last fall. That's when this investigation took place. And the reason why, what makes it so remarkable, it's usually they start showing up around the fall, and they're usually freezing. It's when it's like freezing cold temperatures, like going into winter, but not quite winter. It's like right on the cusp of winter. Let me see if I have any people. I put
the only thing that I can relate it to that it could possibly be legit or has close is ball lightning.
Well, ball lightning has been speculated. Yes,
But ball lightning usually is seen close to the ground.
Yeah, ball lightning usually travels parallel to the ground. So yeah, that's
that's the only thing I can relate it to. It could be, unless it's some sort of, manipulated thing. Whether it's
another
a
speculation
vehicle or
could be a Bigfoot warming himself by the fire. A fire several hundred feet up in the air over a sheer.
Well, if he farts, yeah.
I mean, does he levitate or something? Does this Bigfoot levitate? Maybe. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not going to speculate about the gas of Sasquatches.
Check your DM, Abby. So, holy shit.
Anyway, let's there's a scientist.
Continue.
Next video.
Continue.
Yeah, it could happen.
It could happen.
Right. Unless you got some idea of scale, how do you know it's several 100 feet in the air? Well, we know because of like it. You can tell by the perspective that it has to be floating in the air. So I mean, you can tell dimensions of objects from visual cues, from perspective and things like that. That's a science's oldest time. It didn't do anything in the video. Doesn't make me think it's a drone. Well, this predates drones. Okay, it predates electrical lights. It predates laser pointers. It predates all that stuff. And you're gonna see more of it in just a minute. But we're gonna play this other video first. This is like a scientist, guy from Appalachian State that's been investigating it multiple times.
That the stoner guy?
The stoner guy, yeah.
The stoner guy?
The stoner guy with the weird hair, yeah. So
the old hippie.
These guys know that they were filming. They got lots of friends with torches in the trees. No, because this phenomenon has been going on for generations, and so
at least a couple hundred years.
Yeah, well, maybe even more than that. Who knows? We don't really know how far it goes back. All right, so let's play Stoner Guy. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Dan Caton. I'm an astronomer, an astrophysicist at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina. And I've been working on the Brown Mountain Lights for many years. I had a file on the lights ever since I moved here in 1981, but I didn't do anything about it until I had a student in my introductory astronomy course. And he claimed he had seen the lights and he had videoed them, and we went out during the daytime, got the lay of the land. And then I started going out there at night looking for them. I didn't know what to think about them before I really started getting into it, but we shouldn't just poo-poo these claims of paranormal, but they deserve investigation. And so I felt maybe some interesting physics going on here that we don't know about. I'd gotten pessimistic about the lights and even cynical about their existence. We had been out a couple dozen times and hadn't really seen anything. And then I did an interview for an Associated Press reporter, and I got a lot of emails from people who claimed having seen the lights. And some people described seeing them not 1,000 feet across at the Linville Gorge, but 20 feet across the parking lot. And so I got into the game. I gave a presentation at a Brown Mountain Lights Symposium, and there I met a couple of other people who were serious and interested. And so we formed a team, and we put the first camera there, and then we added a second camera, because if you see something, if it's not on both cameras, then it's an artifact in the camera. We had recorded videos for several years, 4 to 5 years, every night, seeing really nothing until we saw this. The next morning, when I built this video and watched it, I looked at this and said, whoa, what is that? This video stood out in that it had something that was obviously different. Previous videos had little glitches and lights and spots that I couldn't really make any sense of. But we had a light here that persisted over 20 minutes, came and went, had no lateral motion sideways, had no up-down motion. These are 30-second exposures. So if it were a meteor, you would see little streaks. And so it was not something that was stellar. A week before this video, I had talked to a reporter at the Charlotte Observer and told him, you know, I think the lights are gone. We haven't seen anything. And then, wow, bang, this thing pops up. And then I had to call him up and say, I think we need to reconsider that. And he wrote a new story that ran in the Charlotte Observer. I remain intrigued by the close-up sightings that people continue to report, but they're extremely hard to study. They're random. I mean, how do you study a random phenomenon? It's almost impossible. I want people to not give up on the lights. I think that people can still go look for them. There's something interesting. There's something we don't understand, but I do advise them before they go to familiarize themselves with the nightscape. I think that 85 to 90% of the claimed sightings are natural and man-made lights that are just unfamiliar to people at night. But there's a 5 to 10% that are interesting and odd and not easily explained.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that brown is not necessarily the color. I think brown is the name of the person who discovered it. So, okay. Look at birds and trees. Okay. Whatever. It's a flashing blue light. It's a blue light special. Kmart, you're not helping. You're not helping. You're supposed to help me against these jackals. And you're not helping me. He looks like the guy from Phantasm. No. That guy was a lot taller, I think.
Slushy.
Could be African tree sparrow carrying a torch.
Yeah.
That's more elaborate than believing that it might be a light, you know? I swear. What am I doing here? What am I doing
payload. Was that from Monty Python, the sparrow, and the capacity to carry a coconut?
I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. Anyway. Okay. Slurm.
Slurm.
Okay. Lights I've seen
firsthand,
we're more convinced. I still don't think they're aliens. I don't think they're aliens either. I think that the can carry a coconut torch should be a thing. Yeah.
Now I don't know if they're aliens. I don't know what the hell they are.
I don't know why they're speculating aliens. I mean, this phenomenon has been happening for like generations, and and they don't have like alien-like characteristics anyway. So I don't know what these stoners are
if
are
they've
calling
not
an alien.
if they've not
but-
been seen outside of that area, they're only there, right? There's
yeah, they're
no,
only there.
no
They're
places
only in that.
adjacent. They haven't been seen over the city that's close by
No.
now, and it's only
No.
right there. So
It's only in this like
maybe
one
there could be
isolated
some.
area. Go ahead.
Maybe there's some kind of electromagnetic properties there, not necessarily radioactive, but something that's causing reactions. The only thing I can think of, it's like a ball lightning type deal, but it goes higher in the air.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is the way they move. Okay, I mean, they go from like in the trees to suspended way up in the air, and my stepbrother happened to go looking for them, and my stepbrother's not somebody easy to scare. His name is Jason, and his hero is Jason Voorhees. Okay, he used to like drive a hearse around. Okay, so
that's cool.
We're not talking about somebody who like takes scary things very one of he had 2 hearses and the second one was haunted. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, he disconnected the battery to work on it. And and he told his mother earlier that night that he disconnected the battery. She comes out and the lights are on. Okay. Yeah. So she insisted he get rid of it, and he did. Okay. So anyway, but this is not somebody that scares very easily, and he went looking for them. And several weekends, almost a whole, like a whole couple months. And then he came back one night early from when he usually comes back, and he was white as a sheet. And up to this day, he has never told me what he saw there, but whatever he saw convinced him, completely convinced him. And so this is somebody that, his whole entire life wanted to see something supernatural, and evidently he got more than he bargained for. Anyway, let's see, where are we at? The clouds have been electrical activity on the ground. It's campers, but it's not on the ground. It starts on the ground, but then it goes up into the air. Actually, a light in the sky can be reflected in the lights on the ground. Atmosphere can act like a mirror, but they move vertically and horizontally. Okay? Now, if it moved just horizontally, that's a possibility, but they move vertically as well. And there's no explanation for that. Somehow I don't believe opinion of a guy who drives a hearse. Well,
all when it comes to scary stuff, I might.
All I know is that he went looking for something and he found it. This is somebody that used to go to haunted houses for fun, and we have like a haunted sanitarium, and he even like visited it at midnight, trying to find something, and he went up there and he was up there for like. And he came home white as a sheet, never went back. As far as I know, he never went back up there. So whatever it is, it spooked the crap out of him. But let me, I've asked several people if they had experiences on the Brown Mountain Lights. I've been asking all week long, and several of the people who said that they saw them basically said, that I so what did you see, and everything, and they're like, I don't want to talk about it. So I don't know if it's a film you get. I don't know if it's something that happens, while you're watching them, but a lot of people, it spooks the shit out of them. So whatever it is, there's another component there, maybe a spiritual component. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me see. Right, and you find what you're looking for. Well, okay. So I saved the second half of the video. The first half, I kind of, I wanted to build up, and what you saw there at the end, it got, it continued. So let's watch that right quick. So, all right, here you go.
There's another one rising right now. Let's see if we can line this up.
Oh, that one's bright as hell.
Look at that. You guys seeing that? I'm holding it at an angle because you can kind of see it better.
That's insanely bright.
Yeah.
That's right above the tree line.
Yep.
Right above the tree line.
They're just rising out of the mountain.
Look at the way that one's moving.
It's moving to the left.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Guys, this is so freaking cool. William Kennedy says they saw our light. Yep, that's a bright one. They're just rising out of this mountain. You see that? You see the lights? Those are rising out of the mountain. We are capturing the brown.
They're rising up and then they're just flickering out. They're getting really bright and then they're just fading away.
Yeah.
That's bright as move the psionics away just for a second. I think you could probably get that with just your phone camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, you can.
All right, give me this. I'm going to film on this.
I got my other glove. It's freezing off.
This one's changing colors. It's yellow on this right now. There's another one lifting up off. You might be able to see it in a second. To the left of the bright one.
Oh, this one's getting really bright now.
Yeah. But there's another one lifting off to the left of it.
This one's getting super bright. This is great. This is absolutely great. We've never been here before. We've
The other one disappeared. The other one just winked out to the left.
This one's getting so bright.
It's just slowly drifting up.
Yeah.
You can see it on your cell phone?
Yeah. We've got that the light is on the cell phone. It's rising up.
Another one's rising up to the right of it. Tell me when you got it in frame. You just can't press it up against there?
I can, but you see how it zeroes, it kind of like flashes out. You can't really get the...
You want me to drop the intensity on the screen down a little bit?
There you go. What do you guys think about that?
Just hovering. Can you still see the faint one to the side of it?
There's one rising up right now.
Yeah.
Guys, we are watching another one emerge from the mountain right now. We're watching another one emerge from the mountain on the right side.
You keep filming. I'm walking up here. I keep hearing something in the woods behind us.
Okay.
Just, you keep this flashlight. It's going into your left pocket.
Okay.
All right. Left pocket right there.
Can you guys see that?
Listen out for me.
Look, guys, it is cresting over that mountain right now. Look at it. It is rising up over that mountain. That is so cool. We are watching the Brown Mountain Lights live. That one on the left looks like it's starting to fade out. The one on the left is completely gone.
The one on the left went dead. Is the bright one
It just went out. The one that's rising right now.
There's two right now.
There's another one rising. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
I feel like we're being invaded or something.
I know, Kevin, we are at Brown Mountain Lights and we are capturing the Brown Mountain Lights rising from the horizon right now.
I don't see anything with my naked. I see one faint one with the naked eye.
Look, they're just coming off the ridge.
I'm going to hit them with the light.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. I'm going to hit 3 flashes. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm losing it here. I don't know what just happened.
Here, just give me. They're all gone. They're all gone.
Yeah, there's nothing there now.
There's nope.
Do you have another one rising?
I can't tell if that's a plane or not. I can't tell if there's 2 flashing lights in the distance. I don't see anything right now, do you?
I see a flashing, but that could be a plane.
That could be a plane in the background. That looks nothing like.
Yeah, that could be a plane in the
I'm gonna flash
background.
one more time, see if we pick anything up.
I see a flashing, but yeah, those flashes could be planes. I'm not, but
Those flashes didn't look anything like what we were.
No. We were watching like slow moving lights emerge from. Do you think the light was a bad idea?
It seems like they went away as soon as I did the light 3 times. So the close encounters of the third kind approach did not work. Somebody really said to say that was swamp gas? Kill this freaking live stream right now. I'm not freezing myself for this anymore. All right. Yep.
We got another one rising.
The one in the valley is still there. Never mind. I thought it disappeared.
We got another one rising right there.
Coming up. Yep. Can you see it with the cell phone?
Nah, it's too faint. It's too faint. You get him with the psionics?
Perfectly with the psionics.
So I'm gonna string. I'm gonna put.
I got two. I'm gonna
put all these videos together, and
now that one looks like a plane.
It's rising just like the others, but it's.
No. The one to the there's one in the background that's a plane going past. It looks nothing like these other two. The one at the lower one just winked out. The one to the bottom left just winked out. I've still got the.
I'm gonna edit together all this psionics footage so you guys can really see it on the psionics, not just through a lens.
That one is.
It's rising. Look,
it's winking out.
It's winking out. There it goes.
It's winking out.
It like it had a burst of energy. Oh, wait, now it's getting brighter. Yeah, the video is basically, I don't know, I guess the video is basically just gonna have psionics footage, because we took all of our other cameras back. We're not filming anything else but on the live here and then with the psionics. So, yeah, I'm gonna put this together. I can't wait to put this together and see what it looks like.
That one's still going. It's getting fainter.
Do you think the flashlight was a bad idea?
It seems like the really bright ones that were moving around.
So I've got the flashlight right here. I'm just kind of running it back and forth and kind of making a thing here. You've got one above the ridge line there.
I've got that. I'm tracking that one right now.
One to the left.
Yeah. This is coming back. They're all coming out of the same spot.
Yeah, they're all coming out of that same spot right there. There you go. Can you guys see that? I know you guys can.
I just lost it.
It just went out. Yes.
It just literally went out in midair.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I have no idea. I have no.
That just disappeared.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yep, another one. But the other one went up quite a ways and then winked out. That one is.
Here, is it out or is it still going?
No. I can barely. Went back down. It lifted up into the air, then went back down to the tree line.
We are freezing to death. This is our first time ever coming to see the Brown Mountain Lights, and we did not get disappointed this time. This was really freaking cool, so we're definitely going to come back. Unfortunately, we've decided we're going to have to buy a better version of the psionics, because I did not realize what a light show this would be. But this was just, there's another one rising over there right now. But this was just such a treat. This was
Kaiju Ninja is getting banned from the damn channel. He's on here going, swamp gas, lol.
Yeah, this is so cool. This is so rad.
Swamp gas.
This is something I've always wanted to do, and we don't live too far from here. We've just never done this before. But this has been so freaking cool. This has been way better than I thought it would be. We saw lights down in the valley. We saw lights rising off the side of the mountain. So what's the verdict on the Brown Mountain Lights? Legit?
Yeah, so legit, totally legit.
Well, that's a very good point. Well, when they did the visual camera, they couldn't quite see them very clearly. But the psionics is not a visual camera. It's it's a lens that has ambient light. Spectrum that we can't see. Or not all of them are spectrums we can see. Just basically it collates it all into one image. And when they used the psionics, they were able to see more of the lights than when they were just using the visual, the digital cameras. And so that's an interesting thing. I hadn't seen that before. That could be faking the camera projecting onto the lens, except they're not the only ones that have seen it. And this are accounts going back generations, guys. Okay, this maybe this was a fake, maybe not, but their experiences are exactly the same as all the experiences that have been noted before. What are you doing, dude? Are you doing calisthenics or something?
No.
Okay, are you burping?
You hear it?
What's
No.
going on?
Nothing.
Okay,
I'm just
all
sitting
right.
here listening.
All right, okay. All
I
right.
didn't even fart.
Okay, fine. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. It's
You're
the only
welcome.
thing you haven't done on this show. But anyway. But the reason why this is like continues going is because that this has been generations. Okay, this is going the exact same visual medium has happened since like pre-colonial, Indian tales, all the way up to this was taken in 2023, back in the fall. Anyway, all right. Could be faking the camera, projecting on the lens. Why don't these people use a drone to get closer to the lights? That's a good question. I don't know why anybody hasn't tried that yet. Maybe somebody needs to. Buddies get wound up. Well, I mean, this is my backyard, guys. I've been hearing these stories since I was a kid, and I've been investigating this for
Has
decades.
anybody been on the top of that mountain there to like maybe put some sort of cameras or sensors or something?
Yeah, there is a camera up there right now that's actually basically taking. You can like click it online, and it shows the whole valley, and it's supposedly, I don't know if it's still up and running, but there used to be a website you could click on, and maybe you'll see the lights or maybe you won't, but satellite to track them. I'm not sure how in the world you look down satellite would see them. Trail camera. Yes, there have been trail cameras. There's been footage taken from trail cameras. But this is something that has been it's just really unique in the world of the paranormal. In that,
the thing that intrigues me is the different color of lights. You're seeing a yellow light or a red light or a white light, and then, as I was saying, someone was taking footage on a thermal, not a thermal, but a night vision.
Yeah,
and everything's green.
right.
And there was a bright blue light that was captured over the down closer down the mountain, down the side, not up in the air, down the side in the trees. And the guy narrating said, "Oh, that's got to be that's a reflection of what? Down the mountain?"
Right. Well, a satellite would probably if it could catch the lights, maybe. Okay. It would need a full
probably
spectrum.
at night.
Yep, yeah. But I don't think our government's going to like dedicate resources to to find him. This is basically anytime they've been asked, they've sent one doofus out, and that doofus has had some kind of theory that could be easily debunked and just called it a day, which has happened over and over and over again. So the government's not going to be any help in this situation. Now, the atmosphere can reflect radio waves. It certainly reflect lights from car lights or the city, except These predate car lights, headlights. This predates train headlights. It predates city lights that were anything but like fire. Okay, oil lamps or gas lamps were not available around here. Okay, this has been going on. This phenomenon has been going on for centuries now. So no, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. As a matter of fact, you put out the exact same amount of effort that the government has. Oh, it's just light, so it's just reflected, it's this, that, and the other, it's like, oh, it's easily debunked, because you can't get it from that angle. There's nothing over there that it could possibly be reflecting off of. There's nothing behind there. It's a valley, so you're not looking at a peak or somebody in there with a
here's the thing.
or,
Is there any way to observe these lights on the opposite side of that mountain?
Yes.
Has it been so? Yes. If a team of people obviously got together, not the government, but a team of people got together with similar equipment that these people in this last video had, two teams, one on one side, one on the other.
Yep.
Wouldn't that negate any kind of theory on reflections and bullshit like that?
It's been done.
And that's the thing.
It's been done.
Then it's something tangible, something's there, and it's not a reflection or anything like that.
It's not a reflection. It's been debunked over and over and over again. And yes, people on opposite sides of the valley have viewed the same phenomenon and compared notes. And they all saw the same thing, and they all saw the same, in the same region at the same height. And it was the same color. And so it's been viewed by people all around the valley with different views or different perspectives, and they've seen the same thing. So that's not a reflection. A reflection has one object, and there's a light source. It hits the object, and it bounces off towards the eye of the viewer. But if you got somebody from behind here, how are they going to see what's reflecting off of here? That's no way that's a reflection.
They're not. Yeah.
And which is the government. Every time some idiot from the government shows up, they just look at it a couple of nights and and oh well, it's just a reflection. Blah blah blah.
I'm here from the government, and how can I fuck this up worse?
Yep. Or how can I get a free paid vacation to a beautiful scenic
resort? Yes.
Resort. Yeah. It's called something up there called Brown Mountain Beach that a lot of people go and hang out. It's basically a waterfall and nice place to swim or whatever. Except the lights don't really appear during the summertime when that's been in use. But all these guys always show up around the summertime, surprisingly. Have not got telescopic lenses to see the lights close up. And yes, they have attempted to do that. But a telescopic lens, essentially all it sees is the light. And it doesn't really there's no image that that is showing up besides just the light. It's just a disembodied light. So there's no object that's a light source. So it's not, which is not a drone. Anyway, word of mouth about lights is not evidence for speculation. Yes, but in the mouth of more than one, it's in a court of law. If multiple people have seen it from multiple perspectives and that are basically not associated to one another, that constitutes proof. And it's called wisdom of the crowd, and it is something that they use in courts. So one person's perspective is not used in court because it's hearsay. But if you got multiple people that saw the same thing from multiple different directions, that could be used in court as proof. Anyway,
so
at least till yesterday. At least till yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not sure what constitutes proof in court of law now.
Well,
but until yesterday, that could be used in the court of law.
Right.
So, okay.
So
footage from the valley side of the mountain. Yes, there is. There is a footage from the valley side of the mountain. Yes, there is. Multiple people believe they can change gender. I wouldn't believe that either. Well, that's a horse of a different color.
it is. So
Entirely different color. So.
Speaking of telescopes, so this guy named George Mansfield used, this is his tools as instruments of the trade that he used. He used a map and an Alidade telescope to prove that the lights being seen were trains, car headlights, etc. Now this was in 1922. So, you know, what is so special about an Alidade telescope? I don't know. It's the first I've heard of it, but I think it has to do with something where it can calculate where supposedly the light's coming from, or something like that. But anyway, oh man, I keep hitting my mic. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I don't know what they are. Like I said, the only thing I can relate it to is ball lightning. The ball lightning stays close to the ground.
Well, you'll find this interesting. This is the appearance of Brown Mountain lights in popular culture. Okay. The lights were an inspiration for the bluegrass song Brown Mountain Lights by Scotty Wiseman, a cousin of mine. Later performed by the Hillmen with Vern Gosden on the vocals. And also the Kingston Trio, which is John Denver's old group. And the Country Gentlemen. In this version, the light's been carried by a faithful old slave come back from the grave who's searching for his lost master, which is one of the mythologies. The song's also recorded by a progressive bluegrass band called the Acoustic Syndicate and performed by Yonder Mountain String Band, and is also performed and recorded by Sonny James, Roy Orbison, Tommy Fail, and Tony Rice. So that particular song has gotten around. 1999 episode of Field Trip, the paranormal drama show X-Files, centered around the mysterious case of missing hikers found dead in the vicinity of the Brown Mountains of North Carolina. The show mentions the Brown Mountain lights. Show's main character, Fox Mulder, believed it was due to UFOs. Of course, because everything was UFOs from Fox Mulder. It was featured in episodes of Weird or What, Ancient Aliens, and Mystery Hunters, and it's described as the basis for 2014 feature film Alien Abduction. The mountains and lights are featured in Speaking in Bones by Kathy Rates, which is the Bones television series based books, or books that were based off that series was based off of. But also Colonel Ironsides got his powers from the Brown Mountain lights. So, once you turn your mic back on.
There you go.
Yeah. So, that's how he got his powers. He was a scout, and he happened to be in the area, and he ran into the lights, and they changed him. Suddenly he had powers. And that's like one of the mysteries that gets solved later on, what those exactly were. Anyway, Fox Mulder wasn't even in America. It was Vancouver. Yes, that's where it was filmed. That's where everything was filmed in the 90s, in parts of Vancouver, including Stargate, including Babylon 5, including all the Sci-Fi Channel shows were formed.
Because it was cheaper.
Yeah. Yes, it was very cheap. That's why every New York was basically Vancouver.
Yes.
Every time you saw New York in a movie or television show in the 90s, it was Vancouver.
Yep. Yeah, Jackie Chan's movie that he made, Rumble in the Bronx, was all either filmed in Toronto or Vancouver.
Smallville was filmed in Vancouver. Wookiee can only handle one switch at a time. Yeah, I know. There you go. All right. Anyway, so that's been the Brown Mountain lights. Your speculation is as good as anybody's at this point in time. But here in Cryptids and Conspiracies, we are not going to give you our conclusions. We're just going to give you the facts and let you draw your conclusions, because I still haven't got our tagline yet. Have you figured out our tagline yet? figured out a tagline yet?
Not yet.
All right. Well, why am I asking you to come up with a tagline? You can't even get through a whole show without
like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
Wow, how original! How original! Anyway.
They
still film in Canada now. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
These lights were ghosts. Why would they be flying? People don't fly. I'm not saying what they are,
but
no idea what they are.
Use your imagination.
I think it's a natural phenomenon, but I think there's a spiritual element to it. My conclusion is I need pizza. All right. Evidently, Abby's getting hungry. So, all right, we'll let you guys go.
Abby's got to fill his pump.
All righty. Thank you all for coming in the Cryptids and Conspiracies. I am the conspiracy. He's the cryptid. And we'll see you next time. Same Wookiee channel, same bunny time here on the Rabbit Hole and Wookiee Fever's channel. Anyway, what hump?
What hump? What hump?
Yeah. Anyway, that's all we got for tonight. Well, you got anything to announce, Wookiee?
Not at this time.
You don't have a show tomorrow?
Oh yeah, that's right. I do. Yeah. 9:00 Pacific, noon Eastern, and 5 p.m. in the UK. We'll have the Laugh It Up Fuzzball, and we're going to be doing our review of the 2024 Met Gala and Riot.
Right. So that's tomorrow.
That's mañana.
So bring your acid tongue and your what would you call it?
Bring your mob and pitchforks and
your mockery. Yeah,
mockery.
Bring your mockery. Yeah, we're gonna
bring your mockery.
These people need
time prophet. Please show up if you can.
Might wake up by then. Oh shit! Yeah. These people need to be punctured, and we're gonna puncture the hell out of them tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna punk the shit out of them
because they deserve it. Okay. So that's gonna be tomorrow at noon. That's gonna be noon.
Noon Eastern and 9
Eastern.
Pacific.
Yep, 9 Pacific.
And 5 p.m. UK.
5 p.m. UK. All right. Anyway, that's been Cooper. It's been Wookiee and
this was Wookiee.
It's been Cryptids and Conspiracies. I'm still gonna come up with a tagline. I'm
sure you will.
That's where I am. I'll get there. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.